Hey guys, it's Chantal here. I'll be talking about the hypothesis for patient satisfaction. What this means are things that people came up with that could determine a patient satisfaction. One of the things is the survey that I researched about that was conducted by the World Health Organization. And this survey came up with a few things that could determine a patient's satisfaction during their inpatient or outpatient stay. One of the things was patients that completed their treatment were predicted to be satisfied and compliant during their stay. So basically, if a patient is compliant and they agree to take their treatment, that means they might come up with a positive satisfaction for their health and improvement in their health, and that could lead to their satisfaction versus a patient who is not compliant and not taking the medication. The one other thing also was financial status. This survey talks about one of those things that financial status could actually improve or not improve a patient satisfaction. Basically, a patient who is financially stable, it's predicted that they will be more satisfied during their after their discharge, and that could affect their satisfaction than a patient who is not financially stable. Another thing that was predicted was patients in private clinics were more satisfied than those in public hospitals. Basically, there were patients in private clinics or hospitals were treated better, or they were treated with um, high standards versus patients that were treated in public clinics and hospitals, and so that also affected their patient satisfaction. The other one was consistency. Since I work, a good example is I work in a hospital, and we see a lot of inconsistencies sometimes on the floor, and that actually leads to not satisfaction for patients on the patient side. But what this survey predicts was when a patient or when the staff members or providers are consistent in their care, this actually improves a patient satisfaction, because if they're getting the same care from one provider to another provider, or nurses or care aides, if their care is consistent, this patient will be more satisfied. They're more likely to be satisfied than a patient who did not get consistent care from their providers. The last one I'll talk about is the initial welcome to admissions. Probably some people work in outpatient, and they know very well how they're welcomed and treated during their outpatient stay. But since I work in an inpatient unit, I see this a lot. Patients come in very sick, and the way you actually receive them and welcome them means a lot, and that could actually lead to their satisfaction, because it's very intimidating, their health situation, and then just being in a different place environment, seeing different doctors and nurses, and the whole care staff. So the way you actually welcome them means so much than a patient who will not get a good welcome during their admission or stay at any healthcare facility. So initial welcome is very important, and that could lead to patient satisfaction. Thank you.